Imagine walking through the vast grasslands of ancient America, where the ground suddenly trembles beneath your feet. A massive cat, larger than any modern lion, emerges from the tall grass. Its most striking feature: two massive curved fangs protruding well beyond its jaw. This was Smilodon, the most famous of all saber-toothed cats and one of the most spectacular predators to ever walk the earth. But forget everything you think you know about these incredible beasts. They weren't the simple brutes many imagined them to be. Recent discoveries have revealed a complex predator with hunting strategies and social behaviors that would surprise even modern wildlife experts. When we talk about Smilodon, we're actually discussing three distinct species that evolved over millions of years. The story begins with Smilodon gracilis, the earliest form that appeared around 2.5 million years ago and lived until 500,000 years ago. This smallest species weighed around 55 to 100 kilograms, or 120 to 220 pounds. Then came Smilodon fatalis, emerging around 1.6 million years ago and surviving until the end of the Ice Age, around 10,000 years ago. This more famous species was considerably larger, weighing in at an impressive 160 to 280 kilograms, or 350 to 620 pounds. But the true giant was Smilodon populator, which lived in South America from 1 million to 10,000 years ago and could reach an astounding 220 to 400 kilograms, or 480 to 880 pounds on average, making it one of the largest cats that ever existed. One recent study of a Smilodon populator skull from Uruguay indicates that the species could have reached a weight all the way up to 436 kilograms, or 961 pounds, but this was not the average size. These cats weren't just bigger versions of the same cat. Each species had unique adaptations that made them perfectly suited to their time and environment. The remarkable thing about these cats wasn't just their size, their entire build was unlike anything we see today. Unlike modern big cats, Smilodon had a remarkably robust build that set them apart from any predator alive today. Their front limbs were notably powerful, with extra thick bones and massive muscle attachments. Their bodies were relatively short and stocky, with a bobcat-like tail rather than the long tail we see in modern cats. This unique body plan wasn't just a random quirk of evolution, it was perfectly adapted for their specialized hunting strategy, one very different from what we see in modern predators. Smilodon's story spans over the two continents of America, leaving their mark from Canada to southern Argentina. The most famous specimens come from the La Brea tar pits in California, where hundreds of Smilodon fatalis specimens have been recovered. So many, in fact, that it became California's state fossil. But their range didn't stop there. Recent discoveries in Uruguay have expanded our understanding of their territory, showing that these cats were incredibly successful at adapting to different environments, from frozen tundra to tropical forests. Now let's talk about those iconic sabers, because they weren't just for show. On average, these canine teeth could reach up to 7 to 8 inches long, but some specimens may have reached up to 11 inches. Recent studies using advanced computer modeling have revealed something fascinating about how these weapons were used. Unlike popular belief, Smilodon didn't use its fangs to stab randomly at prey. Instead, they employed a precise, almost surgical killing technique. The sabers were relatively fragile and could break if they hit bone, which meant that Smilodon had to evolve an incredibly powerful neck and front body to control these deadly weapons with surgical precision. Their bite force was actually weaker than modern lions, but their neck muscles were significantly stronger, allowing for a more controlled and precise attack. These precise weapons needed precise targets, and Smilodon was an expert at choosing its prey. Isotope analysis of Smilodon bones has revealed they weren't picky eaters. They hunted everything from horses and camels to young mammoths and grounded sloths. Their world was rich with megafauna, far more diverse than anything we see today. Studies suggest they needed to eat about 5 to 7 kilograms of meat daily to survive, similar to modern tigers. This meant they had to be incredibly efficient hunters in their prehistoric world. This successful hunting strategy served them well for hundreds of thousands of years, until something dramatic happened. Around 10,000 years ago, Smilodon, along with many other Ice Age megafauna, disappeared relatively quickly. The timing coincides with both significant climate change and the spread of human hunters across the Americas, marking the end of their remarkable reign. But to truly understand these remarkable predators, we need to look inside their heads, literally. CT scans of Smilodon brains show they had relatively large areas dedicated to processing visual information and coordinating complex movements. This suggests they were sophisticated predators with excellent depth perception and coordination, crucial for their precise killing technique. However, the most surprising discovery about Smilodon wasn't found in their brains, it was found in their bones. Recent studies of Smilodon remains have revealed something extraordinary. Many specimens show signs of severe injuries that had healed, injuries that would have prevented them from hunting for weeks or months. Yet, these animals survived. The answer to this puzzle lies in their social structure. Evidence suggests Smilodon lived in family groups, caring for injured members and sharing food. This is supported by multiple specimens with healed injuries and the lack of size difference between males and females, which is often minimal in social predators. Even more compelling, studies of hip dysplasia in Smilodon specimens suggest these animals could survive severe disabilities through group support. This level of social cooperation is rare among modern big cats, with lions being the notable exception. But perhaps the most extraordinary evidence comes from studying Smilodon kittens. Unlike modern big cats, Smilodon cubs grew relatively slowly, taking years to develop their killing abilities. This long development period required extensive parental care and teaching, something only possible in a stable social group. Recent analysis has shown that Smilodon was unique even among its contemporaries. Their hunting style required precise coordination and possibly group cooperation to be effective. This wasn't just another big cat, it was the pinnacle of saber-tooth evolution, representing millions of years of specialized adaptation. Their disappearance marked the end of one of nature's most remarkable experiments in predator evolution. The next time you see a Smilodon reconstruction, remember, you're not just looking at a prehistoric big cat. You're looking at a social, intelligent predator that survived through cooperation as much as through its impressive weapons. In the end, it wasn't their fearsome fangs that made them successful, it was their ability to work together. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe for more prehistoric content. Until next time.